We have a major character death in this episode of Power, and it is called Help Me. Who is going to help who? We kick off the episode. Tommy is rubbing his gun, the barrel of his gun, into the window ledge. Chaos is ensuing here, and Holly's like, it's going to be okay. And then guess what? It's time for Power to deliver us with another sex scene, because it wouldn't be a Power episode without this. And you know, Angela and Ghost are kind of at each other's throat. But see this gimmick, right? That these two are at each other's throats, and that this is it. Like, that's it. That's the gimmick, and then they end up alright by the end of the episode. I mean, that happens like every episode. Does Paul not have anything creative to do here? Like, come on with these two. Come on, man. Then, of course, word about Ruiz is leaking out. So the main man, he goes and tells Lobos, and he says, I can't have another witness killed on my watch. And we go, but I don't understand why Lobos fucking... It's like touching this guy up and everything, man. Absolutely weird. But it looks like Tariq is going to spend the day with his father. Tasha tells him, he's your father, he loves you. You know, the whole L generic pish. And then he's like, but Dad, man, he jobbed us out. And then Ghost overhears this. And then you've got an interesting dynamic. So Greg obviously wants to press Ruiz for like the whole New York Connect. You know, that would involve Tommy, that would involve Ghost. And then you've got the likes of Angela, who obviously doesn't want this to happen. Then you've got the main man, I can't remember his name, who doesn't want this to happen for the sake of Lobos. And it's an interesting dynamic. I really enjoyed the FBI stuff this episode. Then out of nowhere, Tommy's mum shows up, and she doesn't really like Holly straight away. And then see the scene, right, where Tommy and his mum are snorting cocaine. The day drugs ain't for me, like, right? And I'm not saying you can't include drugs in a TV show, right? Because obviously you can. But I will just never be behind this Tommy character. Like, sitting doing drugs with his mum. I know it's supposed to be funny. It's like, oh, look at that, man, they're mental. But for me, it's just not for me. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. She's just a fucking, you know, a drug addict to me, and I can't... I know that's what she's supposed to be portrayed as, but it's not really doing it for me. And like, fair play to Holly for being stronger here than Tommy's mum, which ain't exactly hard. But as Ruiz is being moved into the building, everyone is being escorted out. But the lawyer, Ghost's lawyer, manages to spot Ruiz, and then he tells Ghost during all this. So Ghost is planning to get a separation from Tasha, which of course that makes Angela very ecstatic. She's happy. She thinks life's going to be great here. She marked it a lot at the end of the episode about. We then see Andre and Trey, Andre, whatever you want to call him. He's with Tariq, talking about him. Tariq asks about Sean. He's like, no, your dad was very cut up about that. He's just being a man. It's what you have to do, damn it. Tasha then arrives. Situation with... At the Holly and Tommy house, man. I don't even know what you want to call this place. Tasha's like, oh, what did she finds out that you're pregnant? She's like, oh, I haven't told them yet. And I was wondering, what's the significance of her not telling them? I guess we'll find out soon. Ghost obviously confronts Tariq and he's like, why have you been acting out? And he's like, you just left, you didn't even explain things to us. I'm sorry, I was angry. And then he's like, you know what, son, I'm sorry. So here we do. We get a full apology here. Ghost, he hugs it out with his son, very good. But it looks like Ruiz is only going to give up Lobos, but then Greg goes in to him and manages to get him to flip on the whole connect. Meanwhile, Trey returns home to his house, and who's he find with his daughter? None other than Kanan. Kanan's back cruising the streets of New York, and I'm like, he's back. What an interesting dynamic this is going to be, but... I've zero faith. I don't know. I think Kanan's going to get jobbed out. I think he's going to get a pretty piss poor death, to be honest. And it's straight after Greg talks Ruiz into this, then Angela tells him about what's going to happen if, you know, Ghost spared you, big man. Ghost spared you, and now you're going to do that to him. That's not ideal, man. That's no ideal. So Ruiz claims he doesn't know Ghost, and then it looks like they're just going to get Lobo. So, and then Angela's smug face. I do not like Angela, right? I really do not like Angela. I didn't mind at the beginning of the show. I was like, she's pretty fit. And then the sex scenes got old. And then, yeah, just a cunt of a character, in my opinion. Do not like her one bit. I feel sorry for Greg. I actually want Greg to fucking bring Ghost and Angela down, but I think I'm not going to get that, guys, to be honest. And Greg was absolutely fuming here. But it looks like Lobos is going to be getting transported because he's agreed to testify against the Jimenez cartel. And guess what? Because he's done that, will he get broke out of jail during that? Who knows? But Holly, during all this, gives the Jamaicans the go-ahead to kill Ghost. But then Tommy says he's going to head out. And then Holly confronts him. Says, no, you can't go out and see Ghost. You can't go out because I've ordered a hit on Ghost because you're too weak to do it. And then she confronts him as like, and Holly pretty much says everything to Tommy here that I've been thinking for the past few episodes. Like, she pretty much says to him, like, I don't know what the fuck it is between you two, but it's fucking weird. It's not normal. And it's like, you know what? Yes, that's 100% right. Like, Tommy has literally chose Ghost over himself, which is obviously like Holly. He's chose Ghost over Holly, which I think is fair enough. She's just like, she's been his girlfriend for like what 6 months or something at this point, and then like himself though, that's fucking mental. And then like, how long is Lobos waiting? Right? How long is Lobos waiting? But this leads to like, you know, a bit of a fight between. He's like, you're weak, you never do it, you're nothing without Ghost. And then he starts choking her as we get like as we flick between scenes between Ghost with Tariq, and this is when the Jamaicans confront Ghost at gunpoint. During all this though, Tommy actually chokes out Holly, she dies, main character death I guess. But it's like, right, the Jamaicans have Ghost at gunpoint, what are they waiting on? Then Ghost's security guards pull up, kill them all. Tariq had his headphones in so he didn't notice any of this. And then Ghost and Tariq drive off, so put your fucking seatbelt on boy, and I'll shut the fuck up, and then drives off. It's like, oh, alright Ghost, lay off. But he doesn't lay off, guys. That's pretty much it for Ghosty boy here. Tommy, obviously distraught that he's killed Holly, but he didn't even know she was pregnant. So how is this gonna go down? Who knows? Ghost then wakes up. He can't sleep. He goes to Tommy's house all blacked out. That's how he's gonna kill Tommy. Then he finds Tommy with Holly's dead body. Oh no! And then these two make a promise to kill Lobos. But like during all this, Lobos made a phone call to Tommy, like saying, "I've got one more task for you to do." Like, why is it not like where actually is the retaliation though for Lobos to kill Tommy? Because Ghost isn't dead, and like Lobos has made him look like a dick by Tommy. I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble, but that's just the reality of it here. And now we're getting Ghost and Tommy teaming up. I feel like the show is going around in circles, right? And nothing. It's not that it doesn't make sense, but it's just like Tommy and Ghost have been butting heads, and they finally have like the big moment of breaking up, like partnership, and now they're back together. Kanan's back in town, and it's almost like everything that happened earlier this season's irrelevant. It really does feel like that to me. Now, this easily was the best episode of the season. I am going to give it an 8, but it's a bit infuriating how they go about things in this show, in my humble opinion. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. That is it for parts. An 8 out of 10. We're at the halfway point of season 3. Looking forward to the other half. But until then, peace.